Welcome back to Sun Crypto. It is August 12, 2019, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Current price of BTC on Binance, it is 11.4, right? So actually on the Hackanash, it is like 11.393, right? So just to be accurate. So we're gonna talk about BTC. It is going to be a very short live stream, and then we're just gonna talk about the possibility of BTC going to 14k, and then the possibility of BTC like retesting 10.7, right? So we got a roughly 15 to 20% chance of retesting 27, but we not 27 but 10.7, actually 10.74, right, to be exact. But we're going to take a look at also the possibility of going to retest 14k. All right, so let's start off with the lower time frame. The lower time frame, like such as the hourly, doesn't look bad at all. Hey, what's up everyone? What's up, Spencer? The lower time frame doesn't look bad at all. It is actually bullish, but the bigger time frame is not looking that great, right? So the lower time frame it is actually making a nice bottom formation, just like the 9100 range. So don't get fooled about the bearishness of the bigger time frame, about like the daily stuff like that. All the indicators pointing to the downside. Because on my previous live stream, when BTC was selling off, guys, like it was on the 10th, we talked about this pattern, right? We said like BTC gonna be, you can go and watch that my previous live stream, starting off like a 45 minutes, right? I showed you like this exact move. BTC gonna be moving sideways like this, possible fake out to the downside just like this, and a slow painful move to the upside. It is actually it has completed what we talked about, almost like 80 to 90%, right? So we could be on the lower time frame, we could be anticipating a push to the upside like this, right? Just to be accurate and consistent, right? Because that's what we said, and that's what we're seeing right now, so we have to stick with it, right? So what I'm looking for BTC to do now, it is nothing but a push to the upside, right? It is nothing but push to the upside. We have completed our flat correction in this area, right? Completed this move, right? We still can push to the upside, right? We still can push to the upside. I told you like we can go back to 12k and drop back down and push to the upside. It is still part of the correction, because it is no such thing like going up forever, right? Bitcoin doesn't care if like price goes back up to like a roughly like 12k and then drop back down. It doesn't care about all of that. It is up to you, right, to anticipate those moves. Okay, it is up to you to anticipate those moves. Just like I told you when BTC was like 12.2, I told you like after we drop back down to roughly like 11.1 to 11.2, we're gonna push back up to 12, and then we're gonna drop back down to 11.1. That's the same exact thing we do, right? But the timing, when you do a flat correction, it is because you don't have time to do all of this, like make your screen look big. That's why. But the pattern, the overall pattern is like your origin and your endpoint. That's your overall pattern. So whatever happened in between, you might be playing with those like 100 points, 200 points, but it is just noise, because most of you guys leverage. 100 points to 200 points is a lot if you're doing like especially like 10x or more. It is a lot, guys. It is a lot. So you got to keep that in mind. So when we say like for instance BTC like a target like 11.2 to 11.6, which we got last night, right? Exactly at 11.6. Our target was like what 11.580 to 11.604, right? BTC came exactly at 11.6, so that's pretty accurate. And after that, guys, we got another target. What we said, we short it from 11.6 down to what 11.36, right? BTC came exactly at 11.36, guys. So after we hit 11.36, we gave another target, right? Down to next entry was like 11.222, right? 11.222 to 11.36 in that range. But we missed that one because unless like you put your order higher, because BTC came down to like 11.2 11,235, right? 11,235 instead of 11,222. So that's very accurate, man. Like you're not gonna see like many people giving you like those accurate targets like in a market like that, guys. Like very accurate, precise to like a 13 points, guys. So we missed that target by 13 points. So if you're in a Telegram group, you know the next target. So if you haven't joined yet, make sure to join the Telegram group so you can go get those targets. So but I'm looking for BTC to retest in this area. I'm looking for BTC to retest some prices, right? So it is just for the Telegram group, so make sure to join, right? In this range down to this range. So right, so if you're in a Telegram group, you're gonna get those prices, right? So but I'm looking for BTC to make a nice double bottom, right? A nice double bottom, a possible fake out just like this, right? It's just gonna be a fake out. So that's what I'm anticipating, right? It's gonna be a fake out. All the indicators like on the bigger time frame, they're pretty bearish. So put your stop losses, right? Even though we're pretty much very accurate recently, it doesn't mean we're gonna be accurate for every single call, okay? So don't trust the market, and trust what you earn, right? Trust what you earn. Trust your own money. Don't trust the market, right? Okay? You cannot trust something that you don't have yet, right? So put your stop losses, and then the lowest I'm expecting right now is like a 10.95. So 10.95, right? 10.95. That's the lowest I'm expecting with a big wick to the downside. That's what I'm expecting, right? So that's the lowest I can expect, right? But if like we break 10.95, we're gonna update the price, right? But I'm not seeing like any downward pressure from BTC, at least on the lower time frame, right? At least on the lower time frame. And if you take a look at another, possible scenario, I don't like trend lines, but I told you about this triangle in this range, right? That was like 5 days ago. I told you that when BTC could be making this move. We actually, first, place it like this, right? Like that's how we did it exactly first, right? So and BTC was not even like BTC was roughly around like 11.9 when I show you that possibility, right? Right now you can still draw it like this because this area of resistance, it is still a support, right? You can draw your trend line like this, or you can draw it like this, right? So you can draw it like this, okay? So, and it is not something new for BTC to make this pattern. If I zoom it out, I can show you multiple of them, right? Multiple of them in this area, okay? We got the same exact move at the double bottom, okay? Got the same exact move in this area, right? We got the same exact move in this area, and then we got this move also, the bigger one, right? We got the bigger one in this area. So it is quite amazing sometimes, like how accurate you can be in the market if you follow the market carefully, all right? So but I don't trust the market, okay? Even though we can be very accurate, you just don't trust it. You just put your stop losses, and then if it doesn't work out, you look for the next move, right? Because you're not gonna make every single trade, you're not gonna make every single moves, and then but your overall goal gonna be like to be profitable, right? So you can see like how BTC is making the same exact move in the bigger time frame, on the lower time frame, right? So so that's why I'm not anticipating a drop to the downside, but let's see what we're gonna get, right? If after we hit our target on the downside, right? So now let's move on to the the bigger time frame, the weekly. If you guys have any question, you can just write it. Hey, what's up, Peter? My XRP master. I haven't talked about XRP for a while now, but we're gonna get back to it. All right. So if you guys remember what we talked about last time about the weekly last week, right? We anticipated BTC to close at least what 11.5 to 11.6. I think we closed above like 11.550. So that's how accurate, guys, it is. That's how accurate we are, right? Like down to like a 50 point, even down to the weekly time frame, guys. Weekly time frame. So we said that BTC needed to close about like 11.6 to 11.5. It closed above like 11.550. So but it is incredible, like how you can see like how incredible it is. It is incredible because you can see like when you take a look at your Hack and Ashi, right? When you take a look at your Hack and Ashi, right? BTC is a great buy right now. It is a great buy. So if you bought at listen carefully, if you bought at low 11, right, and you're not doing all those like swing trading and none of that, just hold on to it and put your stop loss. So don't play with these 100 points, 200 points, right? It is very dangerous. Okay, it is very, very dangerous, right? So you can take a look at the Heiken Ash on the weekly. I told you since like when I told you that, guys. I'm gonna show you when I told you that. Okay, I told you since not December, right? I think it was February. Yes, February, right? February 22nd, right? I told you we got a smooth uptrend. Okay, smooth uptrend, no sign of reversal. You can see no tails on these body candle, right? These body candles, they don't have no tail. And whenever you got a trend reversal, you're gonna get big tail, big wick, small body, right? That's what we got in this area, big tail. This one wasn't quite a small body candle, but good enough to reverse the pattern, right? Especially the following week. But you can see in this area, like a couple of weeks ago, like the week of July 29th, we got big tail, big wick, small body, and I told you we're extremely bullish, guys. I told you we're extremely bullish. So I mean, even though we missed this area of we didn't take a look at the weekly time frame that time because we've been focusing too much on like these like 100 points, 200 points, and then we missed that big trend, right? So but we made it up because this area of 11k, 12k, we already took like over 3,000 points, right? Just in this area of the current area of 12.2 to 11.2, right? So we already made like 3 calls of like 3,000 points, right? 1,000 point each, right? So I don't know if you guys caught it or not. So, but we got a big tail, big wick, small body, trend reversal. What we got right now is smooth uptrend, no sign of reversal. Okay, so we don't have any sign of reversal. The bottom formation on the lower time frame is it is playing out beautifully. So a reason why I'm not expecting any further sell-off. I'm not expecting any further sell-off. And another great thing, guys, I wanted to show you, right? Whenever you use your Heiken Ash, you can couple it with your stock RSI, right? What I mean by that, when you couple your Heiken Ash with your stock RSI, right? You can see how your stochastic RSI is like almost like oversold, right? Oversold in this area, but you can see the downtrend is not much. Okay, it is not much, right? It telling you the trend, the uptrend is very strong. That's what it's telling you. This uptrend is very strong, even though like your stochastic is oversold, right? It is not quite oversold, but let's call it oversold because it is where it's 29, right? That's good enough, right? That's good enough in this volatile market, right? It is good enough. So we said like we're gonna be reversing, and then we got a stochastic RSI. You guys know I don't talk about stochastic RSI, but after I study it and then I do some research on it, it is a great sign whenever you got a downtrend, right? Your stochastic is oversold, but the downtrend is not strong enough, and then you got a big tail, big wick, small body. So it is a great indicator, guys. It is a great indicator right now. Like you got it right in front of you. Your stochastic, your stock RSI and your Heiken Ash coupled together, right? If you know how to use it. So write it down and go apply it, back test it before you use it, and then see how it works, right? So and then we can talk about it later. So to see if different people are using it and then they're getting different results, right? So keep that in mind. The weekly is extremely bullish right now, extremely bullish, guys. So I've seen like a couple people like calling for a lower trend. Some people I really respect, but sometimes you have to you just stick to your plan until it fails, right? So we've been doing it since 3100. It hasn't failed yet, right? So it is nothing we can do, right? It is nothing we can do, right? But because of like the pressure, like most people, like when you open up YouTube, like most people are calling for 72, 5k, 3k, it is gonna affect your analysis if you watch those YouTubers, right? Because most of the time I only watch my own analysis. 9 out of 10. I only watch like a couple of people, right? You guys know who I'm talking about. Intro to Cryptos and Victor, right? Those are the only 2 people I constantly watch. Okay, constantly. Otherwise, I try to stay away from like clickbait and stuff like that. because it is definitely gonna affect me, you know. And I try not to put any other like resources in my, you know, in my trading, unless anything, I mean, unless it is something very interesting, right? Okay, hey, what's up, Hank? If you will I be taking any profits? I'm all in BTC, so I'm gonna go private sometime later, and then we're gonna talk about it, and then because it seems like this is the bottom, okay? So but since like it is a public live stream, we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna write it in the Telegram group, or we're gonna go, if I have time later on, we're gonna go live for a very short live stream, 10 to 15 minutes. If you miss it, if you're not going to be able to watch it, you can just rewatch it. I'm going to give you some great input about like the next move to 14K. All right, some great insight, guys. So you guys gonna enjoy it, and then if it works out, you guys gonna be very profitable. And then definitely gonna put your stop losses, because nothing is guaranteed, right? Nothing is guaranteed. So and I want to repeat it. If you bought the low 11, all right, do not mess with these 100 points, 400 points, right? Just keep it till like a 14K, guys. Keep it till 14K, or like even 15K, and then we're gonna go back through it, because these 200 and 150 points, it is for those people who leverage, right? Because imagine like if you leverage like 10x and even 5x or 5x, right? If BTC goes up 1%, you already made 5%, right? So if you leverage like 10x, right? If BTC goes 1%, you already made like what, 10%, right? Of whatever money you put in there, right? So that's quite good, right? If you take like 5 to 10 trades a day, you know, with 25% of your capital, or like 10% of your capital, you already made, you know, 10% of your capital. You know, you're up 10% a day. So that's quite good. So that, if you look at it like that, it is incredible, right? It is incredible. And if you've been following our signals, you could make a roughly, you know, the last 3 days you could have made like let's say 1,000 points, right? Not $1, but depending on your portfolio size, all the call we made, you could have made like 1,000 points. Okay, 1,000 points, right? I'm just gonna show you very quickly all the calls we made, right? All the calls, guys. Just at the 11.7, right? We said BTC gonna go to what? 12, right? At 11.7 in this area, we said like BTC gonna go to 12. It went up to like 11.9998. That's how accurate we are, right? And then after that, right, we said like I don't think I give you another signal to for this one, but I gave like a couple people a signal from like 11.67 up to like you know, another 11.9, right? So that's already another what, 500 points. And after we get back, after that 500 points, we also say like it's gonna drop where to 11 to 11.2, right? So that's another 1,000 point, right? Roughly 1,000 point. So you total it, all the calls we made in this area, just for 3 calls, you already made a you know, roughly, you know, 1,700 points, right? 1,700 points, not included like the calls we made yesterday, right? Not included the calls we made yesterday. So imagine like you make 1,000 points a week, right? And then with a 1 BTC trading volume, that's 10%, right? So if you're doing like 10x leverage, that's double your money, guys. so just think of it that way. So don't ignore those 50 points, those 30 points. You know, many people are not going to give you 1,000 points a week, guys. They're going to give you like 50 points a day, stuff like that, right? So yes, I saw the prediction of Vector. That's what I meant, like Vector. But I think Vector is incredible. Okay, I don't have anything to say against him, but sometimes also you have to look at the market both ways. So I think like he's just protecting himself, and he got like a good track record. So you cannot just ignore you can just ignore his analysis. So just pay attention to it, and then do what you gotta do. Put your stop losses, okay? Because he got a great insight. Maybe he's seeing something I don't see, But I'm kind of surprised because he made all these calls like from let me show you. All these calls like I was making, he was making also the same exact so all this flat correction he was calling it also. So I'm pretty surprised for him not to see this, right? So he made this call, right? But he didn't go into details because he only does it like every Sunday, right? So he called this flat correction, take it to the upside. He also called this flat correction, take it to the upside, right? So he did call this move, right? This move he did call it also. He did call this one also, right? So but now he just changed his mind and says like I think he was compared to another like another index. I don't know which one was it, right? So but he compared it to something else and then say we got 3 down 3 up, right? So we gonna be making this and then go to the downside. So I respect it because I talked about this pattern like even before he talks about it, right? You guys remember late June I told you like BTC could make this move, right? I'm show you. So if you guys been following since like at least since June, right? You guys gotta remember that. So we could make this move. So the videos are up there, you can go and watch them. So you can make this move, right? Let's see, W X Y, that's what we said, right? And then we said exactly, so he's just following basically my analysis. We can make this move, that move, and this move. Okay, so this is gonna make it WXY. So and I said like do not pay attention to this pattern. All right, we say do not pay attention to this pattern because it is just optional, right? You guys remember it is just optional. So if you guys remember, let me know. If you're not, I can just find the videos and then I can send you those updates, right? Because that was like late June, guys, even like before BTC like completed like the past pattern, like this double bottom at 9100. So it is quite incredible. So it is very, very incredible, guys, how accurate we've been like since December. It is very incredible. Okay, so but he's definitely correct, right? He's definitely correct. We can make this move, right? Come back down to this area of let's say roughly like 85 to 8800 before pushing to the upside. It is very possible. But on the lower time frame, right? On the lower time frame, BTC is not showing like, it's not showing we're going to be dropping. Okay, it is not showing we're going to be dropping. Okay, it is not showing we're going to be dropping because we already completed this flat correction. We talked about like when BTC was at what 13k. We talked about it like 2 days before, right? In this range we talked about it. I broke it down for you guys, right? We're going to make this move, right? So I broke it down for you and we're making this move. So that's the reason why I'm thinking like, you know, that move we predicted since like a late June, early July is invalidated. Okay, that's the only reason, right? That's the only reason. Alright. Okay, target for BTC is nothing but 30k. All of this is just noise, guys. It is just noise. It's just like when BTC was like 4k and I was saying like BTC gonna go to 10k. Most people have been like, no, how BTC gonna go to 10k when it hasn't retested the bottom, it hasn't made like a 2 years bear market, stuff like that. But it is what it is. People got their own insight and then their own way of looking at the market, right? And then it is quite amazing like how strong the next move gonna be and painful. If you take a look at this area, I kept you take a look at the stochastic, right, guys? Let's take a look at the stochastic. Let's take a look at the stochastic, right? So we got the same exact move we made like in the low 9100, right? 9100, this move, you can see like how similar the moves are, right? I told you 2 days ago, right? Even before the stochastic started to make the move, that's when I told you. And I told you what I told you, guys. I told you you can go and watch my previous live stream, right? At 45 minutes, right? I told you we got this move, we're gonna make this move, that and that. So you can see if you go on the lower time frame, that's what you got exactly. That's what you got exactly, right? That's what you got exactly. And I told you that's the same move we made at the I think was a 3,800, right? February 24th, whatever price it was, right? February 24th, right? That's what we made. So it is quite interesting, guys. It is quite amazing. It is very, very, very amazing how accurate we can be sometimes, right? With the market, right? So accurate. But when you're wrong, you're gonna be like dead wrong. That's the thing, guys. You gotta be careful also. You gotta be careful and put your stop losses. Yes, guys. Daniel, I know you're bullish, man, but you know, sometimes when BTC is dropping, some of these people, they leveraging. So if you say like BTC is going to a you know 20K, stuff like that, you know, you're gonna scare them. That's the only reason. But we pretty bullish on BTC, guys. We pretty bullish on BTC. We push into the upside. I'm looking for a retest of like 11.6 to 11.325, but it is trying to push to the upside. If it does, we're just gonna get another target and then forget about that one, right? Because most of you guys are, you know, pretty much leverage, and then it doesn't really matter if BTC goes to the upside or come back down to the. I mean, if BTC goes to the upside or goes to the downside, if you're not into the market, right? It only matters like if you enter a trade right now. And most of you guys, I give you a target at 11.2225. So let's say you front run at the price, you can take profits, right? Start taking profits right now, because I give you like a take profits target like a 11.388 to 11.388 to 11.425, right? And if you take a look at it, we right now ranging just about 11.425. That's how accurate we are. But let's see, guys. Let's see. So if you take it to the upside, we're just gonna find another target, or we just ride it, right? Because it really doesn't matter. Like as long as you know, you're not losing money, right? Because you're already in BTC, you're not in USD, right? You just want BTC to fluctuate and get some volatility. If you don't know whose Vector is, I'm gonna put a link of his. I'm gonna put a link of his channel. I'll put a link of his channel. Let me just put a link of his video, one of his videos. So he's really good though, guys. So he's really good. Make sure to go back and subscribe to his channel. And I'm not promoting him. He doesn't even know who I am. So I'm not getting paid for that. But he's really really good. And he called the Bitcoin bottom, Litecoin bottom. He called it at $20, guys. And I was like that was crazy. He called it like the blue box. So that's one of these one of his videos. So you can go check him out. So and he's really really good. So so that's about it, guys. I don't think it's nothing we can discuss right now. If I have some time later on, because once we complete our pattern, we just have to wait for the next big move. It is nothing we can do, right? Volume is looking incredible, right? Volume is incredibly low. Not incredibly like good, right? So but it is a good sign. Like I told you, whenever BTC is correcting, volume has to be low. This is nothing but a correction. I told you before the correction, okay, you get making some lower lows. People are going to be like, BTC is making some lower lows, you know, volume is decreasing, blah blah blah. All of a sudden BTC is going to be like, bang. They'll be like, whoa, the big volume came in. But if you could anticipate it, right? If you can anticipate it, if you know how to understand, if you know how to interpret volume, you know we're gonna get a big volume very shortly. You know we're gonna get a very very big volume very shortly. I told you that since like April, guys. I explained to you guys how to read volumes, right? Explain to you guys how to read volume. Okay, it is extremely normal, right, and extremely bullish at the same time for this volume to be low. Okay, for this volume to be low. Okay, for this volume to be low. Okay, or in the indicators pointing to the upside. One thing I don't want like this stock RSI to be overbought, right? And then price is not doing anything. That's going to be very bearish. That's going to be very bearish. Okay, that's going to be very bearish. That's why I don't talk about like a stock RSI much, because most people they don't get it. They only understand like a you know, overbought and oversold. But you can see in this area, right, we got the stock RSI from the bottom to the top, right? Strong move to the upside, right? Strong move to the upside, very strong move. And then what I was just showing you, whenever your stock RSI is oversold, right, in this area, you can see your stock RSI is oversold. You can see the distance traveled, right? The distance right here traveled by the, you know, stock RSI. The price did not travel the same distance. Okay, it traveled like a very short distance. That's very bullish. That's very bullish. So after studying like the stock RSI, I'm gonna start like implementing it into my, you know, analysis from now and from time to time, and then we're gonna use it like to increase our you know, our accuracy, right? So our accuracy. Yeah, the pattern I'm talking about, you guys can see it everywhere, like everywhere, guys. You guys can see it, guys. It is not a secret. It is right in front of you. It is just like, do you have the gut to take the trade, right? Do you have the gut to take the trade? It is everywhere, guys. It is everywhere. It is everywhere. Okay, it is everywhere. It is right here again, right? It is right here again. Okay, it is right here. You got one more, right? 10,000, but that time I didn't catch it because I was still waiting for 9K, right? You got it in this area. So you see how many times you're gonna get it, man. So it's no such thing as missing the boat. So don't say like I missed the boat. You're never gonna miss the boat. Like, especially when you're all in BTC and then you leverage it, you're never gonna miss the boat. Even if BTC is going up, your dollar value is going up, right? So you're not missing anything, right? You're not missing anything. So even on the lower time frame, if I show you like on the 15 minutes time frame, we making it, okay? We making it in this range. We were making it. As soon as I saw that, I was like, let me go live, because I know we could be pushing very short in this area. Okay, we made this move. Okay, that's a flat correction, right? You're taking it to the upside. Okay, but I'm not gonna take this trade. It wasn't planned. I'm just gonna let it ride, and then you know, for more confirmation. But it is extremely bullish, guys. Extremely bullish. So if you take it right now, make sure to put your stop losses, right? Put your stop losses, right? But it is extremely bullish, right? It is extremely bullish. It's for, I told you guys to enter at 11,225, right? 11,225. Right now it is at 11,430, man. That's 200 points. If you 10x, that's what? That's almost like 20%, guys. Who's gonna give you 20% gain every single day in crypto, guys? Tell me. Tell me. Who's gonna give you 20% gain every single day, guys? 20% gain every single day. So yeah, you gotta have the gut, guys. You gotta have the gut. So we taking it to the upside, guys. 11.4, we could be taking it to the upside. So our target of 11.3, we might not get it, or we might get it later, because price can do this, right? So that's why you never fall more, right? Price can do this, can take the upside, because your stock RSI is already like in this range, making noise, price going up. So wait for the stock RSI, at least on the 15 minutes, to be oversold with a small, with price traveling a very short distance. You know what I mean, right? Like, let's say your price, we push to the upside to you're gonna be like, oh, I'm missing the train. You're not missing it. Okay, price move to the upside like this, right? And then you know, you want to look for entry, right? You want to look for entry, look for entry like this. Okay, look for entry like this, and then let your stock RSI, this should be a private live stream, right? Let your stock RSI come down to this area, right? So and be overbought, but you have to make sure your price action travel a very short distance, especially if it travel down to a fib level, right? Let's say your next target is this range, right? Like 11,530, right? Just random number, 11,530. So you want to take a look at your fib level, right? And the way you're going to take a look at it is very subjective. depending on your risk tolerance, right? So what I mean by that, right? Because you got a big wick to the downside. Are you going to include this wick or not? Okay, this wick, this one, this wick to the downside, 11,225, right? The one I gave you guys. and BTC was almost like 11.4 when I gave you that target. So are you going to include it? Okay, if you're very aggressive, right? Or if you like a very moderate, or you don't have any good to take trades. So let's see, you include it, right? And then you can target at least like let's see, 236, right? Is this red line? I'm going to change it later on. 236 is a red line. So, and then 382, it is going to be roughly 11,414, right? 11,414. So, but you want your price to travel to 230, okay? 236 in this range, right? Especially on the Heiken-Asher, right? You want a very short distance, a very short distance. The shorter the better, right? The shorter the better. And make sure also you get a reversal signal, like a big tail, big wick, small body, because as soon as we get to a fib level, it is going to be some volatility. It is going to be some volatility. So that volatility going to create on the Heiken-Asher, big tail, big wick, small body, guys. So this we're going to talk about it in the Telegram group, the private one. So the private one. So let it break this area of I think 11.6, right? Let's let it break 11.6 in that range, and then we're gonna take a look at it. So if you want it, you can take it. It looks bullish, but make sure to put your stop loss. Okay, if you're already in since like 11.22, I mean I would at least take profits like every 50 points from now on, right? At least for every 50 points, take profits. Or you can just let it ride, man. It is nice. It is very powerful. This look like a spring, and it is just about to bang. But I'm not gonna take it, to be honest with you, right? I'm not mentally ready to take it. I gotta step out, and I don't want to be on my phone when I'm out. Like, otherwise I'm gonna be driving and be on the phone. So, yes, guys. Hey, what's up, Web Age? So, guys, the private group is coming in very shortly. I'm thinking like before end of the month, right? I'm definitely gonna set it up. Everything. Most of you guys already shoot me some emails, you know, and send me some private message regarding fees and stuff like that. It is going to be very affordable for most of you guys, and compared to like what you're going to be making a week, or what you're going to be making a month, or what compared to what you already lost in crypto, because you know, so it is going to be very affordable for all of us, you know, including myself, because I'm going to be paying too. All right, guys. If you have any questions, just shoot me a private message in the Telegram group, and make sure also, like, if you include me in your group chat, like you mentioned my name, make sure to include the send crypto, right? The ad send crypto. So when I wake up, when I'm looking at the message, like you included me in your chat, I can't read it. Otherwise, it's going to be like 500 messages, and I will, you know, it is some messages like I'm just going to overlook, right? So it is just pretty much normal, right? I cannot remember 500 messages, right? So yes, compared to what we already lost, all of us, you know, on average, all of us lost like what, you know, I would say at least 50% of our portfolio, right? So, and according to the poll we had in a group, people were, you know, more than almost like everybody made, like, you know, last bull run more than 50K. So 50% of that, that's $25,000. So, you know, so that's quite incredible. But we got a chance to minimize all those losses, right? Within the next 18 months, right? Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, man. You guys been very good helping out, and then you know, hopefully it is gonna be like this for till the end of the bull market. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.